the third thing, I started listening and reading books at the same time, and sometimes re-listening to them later on without any text to focus more on my comprehension abilities or listening skills. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm George, and today I want to explain how I became fluent in English, what exact steps I've made, and how long it took me to achieve that fluency level. I'm sure that there are some very interesting and important things that you can learn from this video, from my experience, and implement them in your English practice. I am currently working as an online English coach, and I see what people are struggling with, what mistakes they make, and that's why I will tell you about it in this video as well. So you can avoid all of it, you can increase your efficiency in learning language. And now there's a very important thing that I have to mention. I don't live in an English-speaking country, and I've never even had an English teacher. And having an English teacher can be a very tricky question. And therefore, I will make a video that's actually funny that I'm saying that because I am working as an online English teacher, but I just have to say about it. It seems like nobody talks about it. And therefore, I will make a video about it. Why you might not even need an English teacher, and it will be available next week, so don't forget to click that subscribe button if you don't want to miss my weekly updates and this video included. And getting back to my journey, it all started when I was pursuing my only goal. I wanted to move to the United States, and the only possible option for me back then, so I thought, was to move by finding a job. I didn't know almost any English when I found a job for an American cruise company, and that was the motivation that gave me that fuel to start learning language and to keep with learning it. And what I'm trying to say by that is that motivation and the vivid goal is very important. And what I understood later on is that the most efficient way to learn a language is the most natural one, is the most natural way. And the most natural way to learn a language is simply observing it. Listening or observing the language is the most important. And the second thing that I would also add here is that the system that you have around your learning process is probably even more important. Because if you don't have the system, if you don't have the plan, if you don't have a schedule on when and how long you're going to spend on learning, you will probably not do that all. So make sure that you have a system or you have a plan. And you have to have a goal and motivation and understanding of why you need to learn English in the very first place. And that's what will help you to stay on track, your learning routine, and it will give you that understanding of what precisely you need to focus on. And now you might think about how much time you actually need to spend on learning. And I believe that at least 30 minutes of everyday practice you should put into your daily schedule. And I think it's the minimum amount of time you should be willing to spend on learning daily. So what about myself and my goal? At first, for me, that was to pass the English interview and to get a job. So I had to focus on speaking and listening a lot. That's what I figured out to get ready and be prepared for the interview. And that's exactly what I did. I spent at least 1 hour every day, and usually it was more than that, following the methods that helped me a lot, not only become fluent, but also become an advanced English speaker. And that's what I'm going to talk about next in this video. So keep watching if you want to know the details. First, I started listening and watching a lot. I spent some time every single day observing the language. I don't think that there are some research about what I'm going to talk about next, but based on my experience, I think you have to spend about 1,000 hours start understanding English well enough. And the very important thing about listening, if you're just a beginner, which I doubt, since you wouldn't probably watching this video because of not understanding the most of it. But even if your English is somewhere in the middle, I can understand how boring and frustrating it can be watching videos, listening to audio files, TV series, audiobooks, and not understanding almost anything. But what you need to understand here is that it is normal and it will become easier and more enjoyable. And all of your effort will be rewarded. Believe me, just keep learning, keep listening. We're all human and we're all capable of learning other languages. So don't even question this. I know that every single person can do that, no matter what language you're trying to learn. I already told you that I work as a personal English coach now, and there's a few important things or tips that nobody told me before that I would like to share here. Don't try to master one topic or grammar at once. You cannot do that. You can't just learn present perfect in one day, even in 1 month. You can fully understand it, you can fully learn how to use it in your daily basis or in daily conversation. So you need to be patient and a little bit focused, but you need to stop analyzing how much progress you've made so far. You will learn everything if you learn it regularly. And don't be afraid of making mistakes. We all do mistakes. I do, native speakers do. Every single person is not perfect. So don't try to be one. And the second thing, I started making audio and video calls with non-native English speakers that I could find on Facebook or somewhere else. And honestly, I was super frightened to do that, especially at first. I was really unconfident speaking in English, but that's what we need to do to go out of our comfort zone in order to learn something new. So don't be afraid of that. The third thing, I started listening and reading books at the same time, and sometimes re-listening to them later on without any text to focus more on my comprehension abilities or listening skills. And it was actually much easier for me because you can just sit back and relax. You can lie on your bed and read and listen to the book right on your TV, and it doesn't take a lot of energy. So use it. And number 4, I began to record my own voice to check if my pronunciation was correct. I have always been obsessed with having a clear American accent, so I was always trying to imitate someone's pronunciation and intonation, the way you sound, the way you speak. And if your goal is to improve your pronunciation or your accent, you can use the shadowing technique. You should choose the character in the movie first, whose pronunciation you like, and you just simply repeat every single sentence that he says right after him. Number 5. I got a job on a cruise ship, and that was a wonderful experience traveling through South America, North America, speaking to Americans and not only people, and expanding my English. That gave me more confidence in everyday spoken English, so I could make the sentences or build the sentences much easier and faster. And the 6th one, I moved to Thailand and I started teaching English online, which gave me the possibility to understand more details about the English language and its grammar structures. As you probably already know, that there's no magic key in learning a new language, but there are easier and more efficient ways to do that. I was doing a bunch of different things to master English, and I spent as much time as I could to achieve that. But don't forget that the method you need to use should always be based on the result that you want to get. I believe it took me about a year or so to get a very good level where I could understand casual conversations, talk to people, and watch TV series freely. Well, I hope that the video was helpful and you found something that can help you to improve your English. If you have any specific questions, You can always ask me in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao for now.